Anxiety is a big deal, and too many of us have it. We deal with it. We know people who have it. And why is that? Why do so many people have anxiety these days? Obviously the world is more stressful. There's a lot of things we deal with in life that other generations necessarily haven't dealt with, but anxiety is just rampant, right? Well, one of the biggest drivers behind it is stress and our incessant need to be under stress versus disconnecting from it. We never disconnect from stress these days. And I think that's one of the biggest contributors is our inability to know how to relax, how to disconnect, how to not be on social media, how to do the things that are causing some of us stress. And often we think stress is just something we can't avoid. It's adulting. It's just something we have to deal with. And that's not true either. A lot of us allow stress into our lives and we manifest it. And that's kind of a hard truth to accept sometimes, but we manifest a lot of our own stress. And that leads to things like anxiety. And it makes the things that are stressful that can't be avoided that much harder to deal with. So when it comes to anxiety, it isn't something to underplay. It isn't something just to call adulting and try to move through. It's our body's call for help before it turns into something more significant. And I think it's great that there's medications that can help people, but until we get realistic about dealing with our life and the crap in it, then anxiety isn't going to go away. And I just think there's a lot of ways that we contribute to our own stress that lend to this. So when you look at your health holistically and you look at your life holistically, you start to see these areas where you've allowed stress to come in and it doesn't belong there. And that we've allowed stress to dictate our downtime. And instead of allowing our body that downtime to heal and our mind time to release it and process feelings and allow things to be dealt with in a healthy, constructive way. So when we work together to rebuild someone's health in a holistic way, we are looking at stress and anxiety in a lot of different lights because that's until we deal with the root cause of problems, the problem just stays there. To work with me, you can set up time at dragonspitapothecary.com, but I hope some of this information helps you take a more realistic view of the stress in your life and where maybe it needs to be managed a little bit differently.